Everything started when an allegation about the United States Special Forces getting engaged in killing a giant in Afghanistan was first heard. A considerable number of eyewitnesses have been claiming that the battle not only took the life of an American soldier who was deployed at Afghanistan, but that the American government flew the enormous corpse of the attacker and the killer of the soldier to the United States in complete secrecy. The reporter and researcher L.A. Marzulli has been exploring the spectacular charge in the newest installment of The Watchers, the blockbuster series that investigates the real evidence behind the existence of Nephilim. The creatures were said to be the offspring of the sons of God, the angels, and the daughters of man. In Genesis 6, verse 4 and Numbers, chapter 13, verse 33, the Bible speaks of the earth being populated by giants. When ordinary people saw them, people like me and you, they said that the giants seemed like grasshoppers, which is what we were in their sight, too. This is indeed a very strange passage, but one that is backed by evidence, according to Marzulli. What's even more impressive or scary, depending on how you see it, is that these giants didn't just exist in biblical times, but actually still live to the present day. According to one of the interviews in the program, a Special Forces team operating in Afghanistan in 2002 encountered one of them while they were on patrol looking for a lost unit that went on radio silent in one of the most isolated parts of the country. The soldier who saw the giant told Marzulli that his unit made its way along a goat path near a cave. And that's where they noticed a very unusual pattern of rocks, bones, and a broken piece of the communications equipment, similar to the one used by the American military forces. While they were baffled by the scene, trying to connect the dots, the team was surprised by a huge man of at least 12 to 15 feet in height. The giant had long red hair. Furiously, he pierced one operator, Dan, with a pike-like weapon. As a reaction to the unforeseen attack, the rest of the team opened fire, repeatedly shooting the creature in the face and neck until it fell dead to the ground. While mourning their fallen soldier, lost to the fury of an inhuman creature, the military sent a helicopter to remove the corpse of the dead creature, as it was too big to be carried by the trucks available on-site. The military couldn't move the giant. Its huge corpse lay on the ground of the cave for days. The soldier claimed that the cadaver smelled worse than a skunk. It was unbearable to even be around. The communication was sent out that the U.S. military team position there had a very large, possibly human creature. Afterwards, the soldiers were asked to rewrite their own after-action reports, or so to say, they had to rewrite it the way they wanted it, as the soldier claims. The soldier confirmed the giant was armed with a weapon similar to the type Marzulli identified as the Nephilim lance, found at another location, and immediately tied it to other evidence of the existence of such creature that was believed to be nothing but a myth. George Norrie, the host of the wildly popular radio program Coast to Coast Am, had an appearance in the interview film where he discussed his own interview with a C-130 pilot who claimed he transported the giant's corpse back to a military base in Ohio. According to the said pilot, the creature was approximately 12 feet tall and weighed almost 1,001 pounds. All of the giant's characteristics sounded exactly like the Nephilim from the Bible, which made things all the more intriguing and hard to believe. Arcelli blasted what he called a government effort to cover up the story and prevent those involved, the soldiers who were in the cave and saw the attack, from speaking out. According to him, however, people have every right to know about this kind of things, and that's what he was planning to do. If 15 or 18-footers are roaming the earth and our military has brought them down, we have a right as American citizens to know about it. It is in no way classified as military business, and it is something people need to be aware of. Another operator who also spoke to Marzulli said that those in power, insinuating about the government, are serving their interests keeping the story covered up, away from the American people and the world for that matter. This soldier also testified that there were rumors at his base in Afghanistan concerning the altercation with what became later known as the Giant of Kandahar. According to the same soldier, he said that his unit started hearing a rumor about another unit that killed what they were calling a giant. At first, he said that he didn't think anything of it. He thought that it was just fake rumors spreading among soldiers who wanted to add some exciting stories to their experience in Afghanistan. The soldier later came to find out that the person the unit killed not only was real, but was actually 3 times the size of a man, had extra fingers on both his hand and feet, and had red hair. A special unit had come and wanted to capture him. The soldier claims that his unit heard they'd killed him inside a cave or the mouth of a cave. The rumor didn't stop there. It was widely circulated among many military bases in Afghanistan and became common knowledge among soldiers. Years later, when the soldier returned from Afghanistan to his home, he found out that even other military members who had not been in the operations with him were well aware of the giant and the incident around him. So, was this entire giant of Kandahar nothing but a bad joke? Let's find out. At first, you think this has got to be a joke. This has got to be a hoax, the soldier admitted. Then after things go down a certain way, and you keep hearing it, you start to realize it's not a joke. They keep telling us to keep our weapons high, which means normally you are ready to put 2 in the chest or the head. But they kept telling us to put it towards a man's head and put it higher. So the question would naturally pop, why did they want the soldiers to shoot higher than a man's head? In addition to that, the soldier also mentioned that local people told seemingly ridiculous stories about giants who would attack humans and even eat them, just like in old tales and ancient legends. We would hear the locals talk about rumors of these giants, he said. They said they would live in the caves and they would eat people, as they were cannibals at the time. This declaration made the story all the more believable. In the hope of tangible proof of the existence of the giant, we will just have to stick to the soldier's testimony. We compared this giant of Kandahar story to tales of Bigfoot in the United States. Every culture across the continents has stories of that kind of folklore too. It's odd that all of a sudden we heard about a US military unit that had killed a giant creature in a cave. Even though the soldier trailed off in the recorded film, Marceli is investigating not only the incredible story about the events in Afghanistan, but other evidence of strange creatures that have been found in many places all over the world, including skeletons and skulls found. As for the group of American soldiers who witnessed the odd giant, it may have been deadly real. There is no reason for anyone to lie about such an encounter. However, the only question that remains to be answered is whether more military workers can step forward and reveal more pieces about the truth about the giant of Kandahar to close the mystery once and for all.